And we are live. Rogue Planet will start in just a moment.
Can they hear us?
They can.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. The clown has no penis. I'm doing my vocal exercises. These are very important.
Go for it. Go nuts.
I don't know.
Very important part of streaming, right?
Mantis is a handsome, sexy cue ball. I bet you didn't know that was a vocal exercise.
Oh, well, word on the street. It's had to have gotten out by now.
Oh, sorry. There we go. And publish. Oh, let me send this to the Elder Scrolls Guard too. So, how long is this countdown?
It is looking like if I do it like this, I take down the thing. We still have 3 minutes. I can make it faster.
No, it's all good, man. I'm just curious, like I got till page 500 on Pornhub, it'll be all right.
Exactly.
You
Squeeze
know?
one out while we wait.
Yeah, exactly. It's for the tension. It's post nut clarity. We're talking about horror after all. Hey, what's up, Laney? Logie? Damn, been a while since I talked to those two. How are
Yeah.
you?
Ooh, where was I? I was still throwing out links.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Mantis is a sexy cue ball.
Know it. We are starting off strong with this the stream here. We're
Yes.
talking about Pornhub and
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to get you those sweet updates on Twitch.
well, nowadays, you got to actually find a way to like make yourself stand out.
Yeah.
As a streamer.
Yeah, exactly.
People put extreme stuff.
So guys, please donate some biddies to a fat Mantis so we can get him a hot tub. All right. We gotta help Mantis. All right, we gotta put him in a big, sexy mansion.
To be honest, wouldn't it be cool if like we got all the guys together, our streaming community, and we just did a marathon of hot tub streams.
Okay, but you gotta remember, we gotta be 5 feet apart because we're not gay.
Oh well, obviously in our own cribs.
Yeah. No, we have to be in the same crib.
Oh well, now I'm out.
Yeah, no. Like, how are we supposed to play footsie while we're trying to have serious conversation?
Okay.
Logie asks, how do you make your Pornhub upload stand out? Very easy. Just play Hogwarts. Apparently, that's all the rage right now. Just play Hogwarts, man. That comment section will be oof, spicy tikka masala. Let me tell you.
I gotta tell you, I actually can't wait to be able to play it and stream it.
I'm waiting a couple weeks. Hey, looks like Logie really wants you in that hot tub, my guy. Hell yeah.
Of course he does. They all do.
Who doesn't, man?
We're gonna get started in any minute now, guys.
See, ran over Fox now. You're supposed to use Revelio like every 5 steps. Every 5 steps. The
Wait,
more
have
you
you been
use
wait, have you been playing the game?
no. Due to how spicy that game is right now, I'm waiting till the internet crowd focuses on the next flavor of the week and then I'll play it.
But you do realize that if people come into your stream, and even if they're talking smack in the chat, you're benefiting from that.
I know, but I'm tired. All right, we've been playing like these really fucked up games for months, man. We're currently on a break. We're literally playing Portal right now. We're pretending we're 12. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Mayday! Come in! If anyone can hear me, my starship has been pulled into the anomaly. I find myself in a strange new world. It is a world with no sun, no stars. It is a world of anime. Comics. Here we go! Gaming. Movie. This world is the
Rogue Planets.
With your host, the Fat Mantis HD.
Hello and welcome to Rogue Planet. I am your host, the Fat Mantis, now in HD, and I am here with a very special guest. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm LeMikey. Those that know me, my birth certificate is an apology letter from a local condom factory. Can't wait to disappoint y'all. Can't say, like, definitely excited to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
I am so glad you were able to do this. Of course, it is our old friend, infamous, eclectic, sophisticated horror streamer, Twitch streamer, and all-around amazing guy, former host of Jury Duty, LeMikey.
Thanks, man. Damn, it's been a while since all that. Definitely miss it.
It will always be an important part of my heart, my streaming life, and I hope yours too. Miss Hippie is up in here. You're such a badass, man. Just well, thank you so much. Well, Mikey, giving us some of those bits over on Twitch. Thank you, brother.
All the rage.
The best intro ever. Thank you so much. We've got Ran Over Fox. Welcome. You like this intro? Thank you so much. Logie Bear up in here is saying my wizard name is Longius Dingle Donk.
That is a true wizard Giga Chad right there. I bet his wand is 15 inches. Hell yeah.
Ran Over Fox says he likes making people share trauma. I think that's what she's saying, right? You know.
Oh, I'm definitely flattered. Thank you so much.
My wife is playing Hogwarts now. After she's done, I'm going to take it up. You guys should play at the same time, you know?
Is it like multiplayer?
It is funny, like every other stream in the world, we're actually supposed to be talking about something else, but of course the subject goes to Hogwarts Legacy.
Well, I mean, man, it's Harry Potter is like one of the biggest bestsellers of all time, and that's just books. Harry Potter takes a shit. We're all going to be talking about it, whether we like it or not.
And so I want you to teleport to a time called 2017.
1730.
Because it was in 18 that J.K. Rowling got in trouble for some comments she made in public.
Yes, she did.
In 2017, if someone told me that they're like, there's going to be a hate campaign against Harry Potter and people are going to come into Harry Potter streams and go crazy and ballistic, I would not have ever believed it.
Yeah. They made literal Twitch streamers cry over that. Like, that is spicy, all right? That's why I'm saying, like, I'll wait till someone else fucks up. Like, you know how it is. 2 weeks from now, we're going to find out someone said something racist like 20 years ago, and then they'll focus on him, and while they're distracted, then I play Hogwarts.
Okay. I can't wait for the haters to come in.
Hell yeah. Art of War, Sun Tzu, my guy.
Exactly. Let them come in. Let them feed the beast, and also hopefully it will profit from the commercial revenue.
There we go.
More views for me. Logan Bear says, "Who wouldn't want a mantis in a hot tub?"
Hell yeah.
Logie, thank you for the bits over on Twitch. Means a lot to me, my main man. Connor Hubbard, how are you, my friend? See you have a great night. I'm sorry I missed your intro, brother. That it kills me that I missed you, man.
Dude, that intro blew my mind. That was fucking awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Holy
that's the Rogue
shit.
Landon intro now. Now that I'm visual. Back in the day, I only had audio to mess with. Back where we met each other on that old primitive app that shall not be spoken about. Dragon Lady, hello, welcome in. Lanio, of course. We've got Surge. What up? Thank you all for coming in. We're actually going to be talking about horror gaming today. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And so, first thing I want to say is, LeMikey,
What's
what
up?
the hell is wrong with you?
Everything and nothing, all at the same time. I will not take my meds. Here's my bucket hat. Fuck you guys. I'm wearing it.
I'm in love with that hat right now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, because every time I come into one of your streams, not only is it a different game, it's a game that makes me say, what the F is going on? How did anyone even produce this game?
Well, it's just interesting, dude. Psychological horror has been a genre that's just been blowing up more and more lately. Let me take this off. I'm not that stupid yet. So I gotta ramp up. All right, there's a sequence. Right. So the whole way I got started with this was actually interesting. So for those that know me personally, IRL, I am not a horror guy. Okay.
Are you not?
Oh no. Listen, the only time I've watched horror films is when a chick whose pants I'm trying to get into happens to like horror. And then she's like, "Oh, Mikey, do you like horror movies?" "Oh, yes, most definitely. Oh, hell yeah." Right? So, like...
it's like in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. When she goes, "Unless you do drugs or something," and he goes, "I don't do drugs unless you do drugs," in which case I do drugs all the time.
Well, yeah, come on. We all learned this in, like, middle school, right? You watch a horror game, that's when she gets scared, and, like, she pretends she's scared, so she buries her head in your arm and shit, and you're like, yeah... fucking physical touching, woo! Right? Anyway, not appropriate for Catholic school. So, this whole horror thing we got started was completely unintentional. So, you guys, those of you that know me from the old days, I'm a comedian, and I usually do comedy-type shows, right? So, when I started on Twitch, I reached affiliate by just doing comedian-type shit. I'd play GTA 5 in first person. I'd get just shit-faced, call it virtual DUIs, and commit as many felonies as possible. It was a good time. So fast forward.
Twitch stream, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. That's how I reached affiliate. It was a good time, man. And then I was looking for more games to do. Right? You can only commit felonies for so long. It's 2023. You gotta switch it up. Right? There's alien balloons flying around. You gotta switch it up. So
isn't that nuts, man?
Most definitely, my guy.
They're coming for me. They're coming to take me back.
Hell yeah. So I was doing some research on what games to play, and I found out that there's a whole genre of games called dating simulators. Are you familiar with those?
No.
Dude, it's crazy. So apparently there's guys and girls and non-binary pals, everybody, right? And there's these games where you're a nondescript, like blank slate of a main character in a school or a mall or whatever, and your mission is to chat up these girls and choose the right dialogue options, buy them the right shit, subscribe to their OnlyFans, and then hopefully if you get enough experience points, you date them. And I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna make fun of this. So I go to my community and I'm like, hey man, I'm looking for a dating sim to take the piss out of, right? And they're like, hey Mikey, play this game called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, that was on my list.
Yeah? So they're like,
that's the list of like the top 15 psychological horror movies.
Exactly. So my audience, they're just as trollish as I am, right? So I had no idea what I was fucking getting into. I thought it was a dating simulator. It is not a dating simulator, okay? It is a psychological horror disguised as a dating simulator. So we finished the game, and I promptly didn't sleep for like 3 days after, as it goes. And I'm just like, oh my God, I need more games like these. Because I've never liked horror, all right? I'm the type of guy, I hate jump scares. If you drop something heavy around me 10 times, I will jump a mile in the fucking air 10 fucking times. Psychological horror doesn't rely on those cheap scares. It's more of a psychological element.
Right.
So it just blows my mind.
Trish says psychological horrors are the most fun games to play. Absolutely. Utomo Games says random.
Otome.
Otome. Look at this. Dating simulators are big in Japan. What
Yes,
up?
yeah.
Hello, Hold Up TV. Welcome to the
Hey,
stream.
it's my homie Steve.
Ran over Fox says not doing Doki.
It's a really fucked up game, man. Like it's considered in the top 10 of like scariest games
And
of
you
all
know what
time.
sucks is I started watching that stream with you. I started watching that stream and I actually had to go and I actually never saw the horror part. I was just like, why is the chat? What is going on? It was like this weird story in a Japanese school. Something about a baseball bat. I mean,
Yeah. So I can talk about it, but I'd have to spoil it. And I don't know if anyone here
we don't
wants
have
to
to
play
spoil
it.
it for the people.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I would say that you have become one of the most interesting streamers on Twitch. One, because you're not doing GTA, but because you actually put work into deciding what your next game is. And I really love that you stick to a theme. And I gotta say,
that,
you like. I gotta say, I like all these games you've been playing. One of the ones that captured my heart the most, I believe, was called Cult of the Lamb.
Yes. Oh, that game is beautiful.
Oh my god.
That one is not a psychological horror, but it is a roguelike game. It's so much fun.
It's definitely horror.
Definitely recommend it.
It's definitely it's bizarre. It's out there, guys. We'll show you trailers for a lot of these games we're going to be talking about in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But first, we just want to get into it. So, what are some of your favorites? Which ones do you want to like dork out about right now?
Okay, so we can talk about it. Top down, if you're into psychological horrors, I already mentioned Doki Doki Literature Club, right? Like, if you want to play psychological horror, Doki Doki will literally give you all the elements that make a good psychological horror for the most part. Me personally, my favorite psychological horror game so far, I'm stuck between two. So the first one is Omori. I don't know if you've heard of Omori. Like it's stirred a lot of waves recently. It is a very, very interesting game, very introspective, right? Because that's the main thing about psychological horrors. In a normal horror game, you know, you have normal fucking Joe, whatever. He's a
Hi,
good.
Jess.
Hi, Jess. So like you got a normal fucking Joe, right? He's a stand-up guy, and then there's a big bad monster who's just chasing him around and trying to kill him for no fucking reason, right? And then jump scares. Psychological horror, it's a bit spicier, right? You know, you ever eat that proper Indian dish, right? It starts all right, and then 50 minutes later you're like shitting your guts out. So that shit sneaks
it's
into your
called
head.
all of them. No offense to the beautiful people, but yeah,
Okay, so
I'm just not ready for those spices.
Oh my god.
Greetings. I can't pronounce that name right there.
Which one? Doki?
Lemazotomia.
Lemazotomia? Oh, that's my little brother. That's Macetamia.
Oh, what up, brother? Holla.
How you doing, man? Yeah,
Loki
he's
says I'm
actually
gonna
here.
try Doki. Kellen says hello, my friends.
You
Good
you
evening.
have to, man.
Jess says when I flex, I feel my best.
Hey, all the inside jokes. So the things that make a good psychological horror good, especially the two that I mentioned, it's the fact that your main character is an unreliable narrator with psychological issues that anyone can identify with.
Like that game with Fran Brow, is it?
Frambo, exactly.
Fran Bow. I actually put it on the cover for this.
Hell yeah.
And so that one had me tripping.
That one was so fucked up, dude. But yeah, it's the same thing. You have an unreliable narrator, and then you have all this fucked up shit happening. But it's not jump scares, all right? They are literally tweaking the colors. They're tweaking the audio. They're making it represent certain things, which is kind of how you feel when you feel anxiety, when you feel stress, when you're scared. Okay? And then everything going on in the game, you realize it's not real. It's usually going all in someone's head, but it's just a manifestation of those psychological issues presenting itself on your screen. Like it's pretty big brain if you think about it. Like it's fucking crazy.
It's super big brain, and I feel like
Yes.
there aren't enough of it. And a lot of these games remind me of one of my favorite video games of all time. Now, I want to jump in a way back machine. I'm going to date myself right now. The original Nintendo, right? Maniac Mansion. Do you know it?
I'm too young.
Yo, this game was so ahead of its time because here's basically the thing. This was a Nintendo game where you can choose between one of 6 high school students, and they break into a haunted house, and when they go into a room, they can interact with different objects. And like for instance, an example is you have to find you can find a gerbil, and the gerbil seems useless, and you can put it into your inventory. But later on, when you're in the kitchen, you can put the gerbil into the microwave and and blow the gerbil up.
That is not where you put the gerbil. Now I know of 2 bad places you can put a gerbil in.
Oh, you wanted the game to go to the other place?
No. I'm just saying. Now I know 2 bad places gerbils can end up in.
It's ultimately
gerbils, man.
Ultimately, the gerbil, the way you use the gerbil, you can use the gerbil multiple ways to solve or finish the game.
Okay.
And so this was a Nintendo game, and you don't understand. Like Nintendo games, 8-bit Nintendo was never that advanced. It wasn't choose your own adventure. It wasn't solve puzzles to get out of a horror thing. This game was so ahead of its time. Very primitive graphics.
Too bad it's Nintendo. If I put a gerbil in a microwave, they'd probably sue me.
Oh, I don't even think video games can do that anymore. Oh, I mean, I guess maybe if it's an indie game on Steam, right?
I don't know. Nintendo loves to sue over anything, my guy. We might get sued just for mentioning them.
You get sued for using an Italian accent because Mario.
Orlami.
I'm a Mario. I'm gonna win. Shaolin Iceboxer, thank you for the bits, my brother. LeMikey, thank you for the bits. Yo, Laney says, "Oh my God, yeah, yes, man, yes." Laney remembers, and so does Trish. That and Shadowgate, yes, absolutely. That was another thing that was great about the original Nintendo. All the games were experimental. Nowadays, they're still experimental games, but I mean, in those times, nobody knew what a video game was supposed to be like. So there were a lot of just weird experiments of games, Like, do you remember I think this was for the next generation of games consoles. But do you remember Parappa the Rapper? Do you know it? You're a little cartoon dog, and you meet people in the streets or whatever, and they're also animals, and you have to rap with them.
That sounds
like it's a musical game.
Hell yeah!
You have to play by you have to hit the notes at the right time. And if you get good enough, you can freestyle by pressing any buttons you want to make combinations.
Wow, that's my kind of game.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, my first gen of games was essentially the SNES. Games like Duck Hunt, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, right. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was big in my household. The OG ones. OG Mega Man was big as well. We die like 9,001 times. Oh, great times. Great times.
Great times.
Oh, hell yeah.
He says, poor gerbil. I'm sure he's fine.
Everyone's still crying about the gerbil.
Randover Fox says Nintendo sues more than Disney. Yeah. Nintendo, it's crazy. Like, have you heard about how they shut down? They shut down like tournaments and stuff, like Mario Kart tournaments.
No,
and
I can talk about it.
Town in Ohio,
having
a Mario Kart tournament, and they come shut it down.
They did the same thing with Smash as well. I'm aware of Smash.
Why?
It's because so the main thing is, as far as I'm aware from what I looked into it, I do enjoy playing Smash a lot in my free time. Nintendo's going through this issue where there are these older games that you can't purchase from Nintendo anymore. You can only get, by pirating them. Oh, he's back. By pirating them, right? You have to, you have to download the ROM, and that's how tournaments were being set up for those older Smash games. From what I can gather, copyright laws in Japan are a lot more strict than copyright laws in America. So there's certain things that they see as a no-go regardless. Another good example, for those Dragon Ball fanboys out there, there's a Dragon Ball Z Abridged series, which some people consider to even be better than the source material itself.
Oh, Dragon Ball Kai.
No, DBZA. That's a whole. Listen, Matt, you watch this show. There's no going back. It is because on YouTube.
I used to watch an abbreviated one where it was like it was most everything like through the Majin Buu saga in 100 episodes.
Jesus, no. So this is what it is. Some American guys, they took the Dragon Ball Z series and they kind of created their own storyline using the same show. And they
Oh,
edited
okay.
it. They edited it around the way where it still follows the main plot, but certain story elements are different. The show is absolutely fucking hilarious. The characters actually have depth to them. Like there's character progression, there's growth between characters, throwbacks to other scenes, pop culture references. It literally watches like an Adult Swim show.
Oh my god, that I
Yeah,
would
it
love
is
to watch.
beautiful, dude. I
Because you
recommend
know
it.
what Kai did is they just took out all the flexing. You know how like the characters would stand there for a while flexing before they fight for like 3 episodes in Dragon Ball. They just took out a lot of that.
Yeah, they took all of that away. So there's no fluff. In 62 episodes, you start from the very beginning all the way to the end of the Cell Saga.
Oh Jesus, that's insane.
Yeah, and it's good. It's really fucking good. The show was so good, in fact, that the powers that be actually tried to sue him a few times, from what I gather, and they actually abandoned the project after the Cell Saga because it was just too much for them. So it's just, from what I gather, it's just in Japan, copyright laws are more strict. So when they don't understand why it's fun to do stuff the way we do, as far as like playing old games we can't purchase, so on and so forth.
Logie Bear says you could also program a video game in your basement back in the day. Yeah, and then Shaolin brings out a line from Parappa the Rapper: "Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find."
I like how his username matches the message.
Yes, Shaolin Ice Potter. There we go. Thank you so much for the bits over on Twitch, Laney. So much love. Thank you, guys. That means a lot. Thank you also, Logie Bear, for more bits. Love you all.
All the biddies.
And you know what's funny? Over right across the sea, not even that far from Japan, we have China, where there's almost no copyright law. Like their Harry Potter series goes up to 19 books because they had someone just keep ghostwriting books. And the series just kept going over there.
I heard their balloon game is pretty good, though. y'all got to try it.
Y'all
haven't played the balloon game yet?
Do you think those are aliens, or do you think those are UFOs? Do you think those or do you think those are Chinese UFOs, should I say?
We don't know. So as far as the balloon that's still being investigated, last I heard, right now they gathered like as much of the rubble as they could, and they're currently analyzing to see if there was a chance this came by accident. If not, I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know shit. I don't have a degree in any of this shit. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
Off of that, well, the
right, exactly.
Possibilities of what it could be.
Exactly. Now, as far as the UAPs, the unidentified aerial phenomena, it could be anything, man. Like that's when you hear UFO, you think alien, but people forget that the U just means
unidentified flying object. So it could be anything at the end of the day.
It could be aliens. It could be that we secretly have some Tony Stark motherfucker making these things in his basement.
Or it could honestly be some kid's kite that got too high altitude and someone mistook for like something and they shoot it down.
It could be. I was reading a study the other day. Part of the reason we picked up all these UAPs during Super Bowl was because after the Chinese balloon incident, America turned up the sensitivity of its radars to detect.
They better have. Yeah.
So it could be that when they turned up the sensitivity of their radar defense system to detect smaller aerial objects, that's when they start picking up these things, and they've always been there.
Right.
So, which is even more terrifying. It doesn't make me feel better in any way, but
it's actually terrifying, the idea that those things have been up there this whole time, and we didn't have the sensitivity cranked up enough.
Most definitely.
And we've been letting things fly around.
Yeah. You never know, man. Shaolin Iceboxer asks, "What's my Smash main?" I play as Black Kirby or Little Mac.
Okay. Oh, Little Mac.
Yeah. It depends. It depends on how sober I am.
Mikey and Kirby.
Usually Kirby though, because I'm a foodie. Okay.
Why does it have to be fanboys, Mikey?
I forgot what that. When did I say fanboys? What kind of fanboys? There's many fanboys.
Yeah, it's so Lucky says, why would you want to abbreviate DBZ? 15 minutes of standing around with constipated looks is the best part.
That is the best part, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Put the lime in the coconut and then you drink them both together. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better. I better stop that. Copyright.
You put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. Yeah, Kirby players can be frustrating. Most definitely. But the reason I'm so good with Kirby is that people expect me to play one way and then I play another, and that's how I go in clutch.
Ran over Fox says, "Let the aliens take over at this point. It can't get any worse." Oh,
I
thank
mean,
you for the love, Logie, over on Twitch, man. Seriously.
if the aliens take over, we might get along better together if we all have like an anal probe. Like maybe that's what we need. Anal probes for everybody. We'll get along. We'll be buddies.
That's gonna be their campaign, their 2024 election campaign.
Imagine what a sweet man Kim Jong-un would be if he had an anal probe. No more nukes.
I
No more
promise you,
nukes,
he's
man.
already getting them. When did you start maining the Mac? Wow, everyone wants to talk about Smash Brothers.
When did you start maining the Mac? Back in the DS era.
So, I wanted us to go over some of these games, at least show people some of the trailers so they know what we're talking about.
Of course.
And actually, this might actually give me the opportunity to show you the trailer for Maniac Mansion. By the way, guys, if you haven't noticed, look at LeMikey's background. Is he from Cyberpunk 2077? Because I think he is. Look at him.
This is the future. Your bedroom and kitchen are one. You are paying $4,500 a month, and you live in a closet.
And everything's in neon light.
Everyone will have an OnlyFans to help pay rent.
I think that's honestly what society is. Like, here's what it is. I think a lot of people think they're being empowered by doing an OnlyFans, but I really do think it's the government wanting us to get used to selling every part of ourselves. They're like, to pay rent, they will have to sell their sexuality, their bodies, their souls, their days, their nights.
I mean, you can get tens of thousands of dollars for selling one testicle. I'm just saying.
Where did that come from?
Here, I'll Google it right now.
No, I believe you, but what made you think of that?
How? No, because you said sell every part of ourselves. How much money can I get for one testicle? Oh my God. Listen, this is also an educational stream, guys. You are learning. Here we go. One testicle might be worth $27,000. So there you go. If y'all want to rock out the Adolf Hitler ball sack, $27K in your pocket.
But what would they do with it?
No, I don't know, man. That's not my business. I got $27,000.
Okay. I would just be worried what they're going to use it for. You know?
I don't know.
I hope they're treating him all right. Okay. So let's share this bad boy. Oh
my God. So for egg donations, you can get 5,500 and up, but there's nothing here for ovaries.
And so here is I don't know if this was the trailer. I don't know what trailers look like, but this is Maniac Mansion from back in the 80s.
Hell yeah.
For some reason I remember the graphics being so much better.
That is always the case.
Right?
I played some GameCube games the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, look at all these polygons. I never noticed this shit.
So look, you could choose a teenager and you go through the houses.
Not the hamster.
The hamster is actually a really important part of the game. But what other games do we want to show the trailer from? Can we do Fran? It's Fran Bow.
Frambo, you can show Frambo if you want. That might be a bit bloody.
I'm fine with the blood. I hope my audience is used to the blood.
All right.
Mantis is all about the blood.
Oh, every warrior does have blood on his sword.
There we go. Oh, good night, Miss Hippie.
Good night, Miss Hippie.
And this is my truly, oh my God, look at the imagery. This game is so next level.
Most definitely.
I'm actually kind of freaked out watching the trailer right now.
Hey, there's a flying machine you were asking about.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. And so what I really like about it is the concept that you can change your perception whether you take your medication or not.
Yes. So this game is a perfect representation of one of the things that makes a good psychological horror. So I won't spoil the game, obviously. As you can see from the trailer, Franbo is a little girl whose parents got murdered. Like one day she just goes down to like her living room and they're just there sliced to bits. Next thing we know, Franbo is locked up. She is locked up in a mental hospital, and we find out that she gets diagnosed with a schizophrenia. She gets
Right.
given, yeah, and she gets given these meds.
Or
So
is she? Is part of the plot. Right?
exactly, that's the beauty of it. So you start seeing all this fucky shit, but only when you take your medication. All right, and throughout this game, there's a lot of stuff that keeps happening up until the big twist at the end, which I won't reveal. But you're still wondering the entire time, like, is all I'm seeing actually real, or is this all in this little girl's head?
Right. Even the very, very
Yeah.
conspiracy she's fighting against. And I love it that, like, to solve a puzzle, sometimes, it's like activating a second sight when you take your medication, and there'll be blood on the wall when there wasn't, or there'll be some creature there or whatever.
Yeah,
It's totally bugged out.
most
Logie Bear
definitely.
says, depends on whose testicles. I bet Ryan Gosling could get a fat sack for his testes on eBay.
Fat sack.
Oh, I love it. I love that. What was the other one you said? Doki Literature Club?
Yeah, I don't know. So one of the big things about Doki Doki is that it's dressed up as a dating sim. So
Right.
the trailer probably won't be. It'll just be innocent as fuck, probably like, oh, look at all these cute anime girls.
Yeah.
Come flirt with them.
That's actually the brilliance of the game, though.
Go make their kokoro go Doki Doki desu.
This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I love that this game goes like gets turned on its head.
Oh, now they're actually okay. Now they're advertising it. Ha, assholes. Oh, this is DDLC Plus. That's why. Okay.
Meet the four unspeakable horrible.
This is a new trailer. The old one did not portray any of that. Yeah, the DLC is a straight up honeypot, my guy. That's write poems. Oh boy. Write poems, guys. Go play. Impress your crush.
Erase your mistake. Yo, are they gonna put the horror part? Oh, look at that. Look at that implied lesbian. I gotta say, this trailer is making me have to play this game.
You have to, man. It's considered #1 for a reason.
But it's not showing any of the horror.
Nope. So, fun fact: this is DDLC Plus, which does cost money. Mm-hmm. The original game is completely free. You can play for free. And let me tell you, there really is no difference between DDLC and DDLC Plus. Like they added content, but it's like extra content and whatever. Like stuff you can play after a game.
OMG, is this legit trailer of the game? Yes, that's the legit trailer. Logie Bear says, anyone played The Inpatient?
No, but it is actually on my list whenever I'm off my horror break.
Are you into what is that man? Siren Head.
Siren Head.
You know the creepypasta about Siren Head? Oh, okay. They made some.
That's definitely one I missed. Because I'm a big creepypasta head.
Oh, this is an older game. This is 5 years ago. Let's see what the impatient has to offer.
It's in VR? Oh, fuck no. Oh, hell no. Nah.
This
Nah.
looks like horror.
Bro, I'd rather go to divorce court. Fuck that.
I mean, I don't know what is the future of VR nowadays. Like, it just seems like to be stalling.
But it's VR. I don't have a VR. I thought you could play this without the VR.
Demon, I guess it's hello from the graveyard and the howl and growl of paranormal investigation.
Hey, everyone's favorite paranormal investigator in the house.
Oh, this is straight up horror.
Yep. Jesus. So, what you're telling us, Logie, is if you're playing this game, you better wear diapers, right?
Good. You should know that we have made remarkable progress today.
What else do you want to show the people?
A really good one that I do recommend, and it's got a lot of replay value. Actually, it's Omori.
How do you spell that?
Omori. The good thing about this game is decently long. It's not just horror. Like there's cutesy go fun parts. Very funny. All right, very wholesome parts. But and you can replay it like 5 times and it'll be different every time. And it's an RPG. It's an old school RPG style.
Oh, I love that.
Notice how the main character is completely black and white while everyone else is color.
Oh my god, this looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. This game is one of a kind. This is the GOAT of psychological horror. And the fight system is very advanced. It's pretty cool.
What system is this for?
PC. I think it's also on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken. I know Masetta might know. I know it's on a few systems. I play it on PC.
Oh my god, this is going to be an intense ride.
And this came out in 2020. Absolute masterpiece, bro. So yes, it is available on PC and the Switch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so just you see
so
this
good.
game, the art style is stunning, the story is beautifully written. All the characters in this they actually put work into it. So I'll explain the premise, okay? So the premise of this game is main guy, Omori, black and white homie, right? Something really traumatizing happened to him in his childhood. Whatever happened, he hasn't left his house since then, and it's been like 4 or 5 years. Okay? So inside the house, he escapes into this own like dream world he created. He dissociates due to his trauma into this dream world that he created. But his subconscious is still in there. So with his subconscious, that's when fucky shit starts happening. And eventually you have to go to your subconscious and confront your fears and your trauma to actually, possibly work through them. It all depends. So this game has a lot of different endings. It all depends on how you play it.
I love how the piano got more and more chaotic and insane.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game. And the ending, dude, beautiful. That twist at the end is just perfection.
So you've completed it. You've already seen it and everything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did 2 playthroughs.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed that, man.
Yeah. To be honest, though, it's a long game. So both playthroughs took me around 20 hours, 24 hours to reach the ending.
I'm going to get in that. I've recently joined the PC Master Race.
There you go. There's no turning back,
just got a
man.
gaming computer. I'm gonna hook it up Friday. It's always traumatic switching computers, right? Because you got to switch over, new password, sign into everything, download everything. It's a whole hassle.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be done with everything you're going to do on one computer before you do the other. So I have a actual date, like Friday night. I'm going to spend it setting up my new computer.
Hell yeah, there you
And
go, man.
I just can't wait to dive into Steam, and I'm so glad that you're here to
Go
suggest
for it.
quality games for me.
Hell yeah, no, just let me know. We played a lot of games over on my streams. But Omori, that's a must play. If you're into this kind of stuff or you're curious, try Omori first.
Because I've been playing these simpleton games, these very simplistic games. Okay, like for instance, the Last Bus Home.
That sounds like my kind of game. What is that? The Last Bus Home.
The Last Bus Home.
Oh my god, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and so
Hey everyone.
this is someone else's review of it because there doesn't seem to be a trailer. But the guy's playing it, and basically you start off on a roadside in the middle of the night. Very simple graphics, and you have to wait for a bus.
Dude, this reminds me of that one game where you're a hitchhiker and you got to make it home without getting murdered.
Oh, is there a game like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be my game. I need. We're gonna compare a lot of notes, man. But this game is just so crazy. I mean, it's not very long. It's very simple. But there's a lot of games like this.
I love games like that.
This is my favorite of them, but there's a bunch of games like this where they're very short, they're very simple. Like there's one where there's this girl, you're a girl, and you just have to walk home. Yeah, you have to walk home with it. Like it's at night. You have to walk home through a park without getting murdered. And the thing is, you just have to go the correct way.
A lot of guys can learn a thing or two playing that fucking game. You'll never tell a girl to shut up after she complains about having to walk home by herself ever again.
All right.
Fuck that. Oh, hell no.
Look at this. One of my favorite things is putting the VR on people, firing up Resident Evil, and watching them see the door for the first time. Sheldon says, "You have true balls of steel, Logie. When Mia flips out and starts killing everyone, I turned it off. I know my limits. Damn. I could only play it like an hour at a time. I gotta say that back in the day, I wanted that feeling of getting, I think we love the sensation of horror and getting scared, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say Resident Evil 1 and 2, I remember, I used to turn off all the lights. And I had one rule. If I played Resident Evil, it would only be in the dark. And think about it. You're familiar with Resident Evil, right?
Yep.
Remember the dog jumping through the window scene in 1?
Yep.
Like you go through the dining room many times.
Easy way to turn your white pants into brown pants.
Yes, and that was the way to do it. One thing I didn't like is that Resident Evil over time started becoming more about shooting everything up and being an action hero, and less about remember back in the day, you wouldn't have enough bullets to kill zombies.
Oh my god, yeah, that's that space, bro.
So you have to be very strategic.
Yeah, most have.
Laney says, "Bomb nom nom." Oof, the typos.
Oh, bomb bomb bomb.
Okay.
Bomb bomb bomb.
Yeah. Mikey's talking about the preacher picking you up and you try to survive the ride?
Yeah, it's a priest or a preacher or somebody, man. It's fucking, oh my god. So it's actually on my list. I haven't played it yet, but from what I understand, this guy picks you up and you're hitchhiking, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to try to make conversation with you, and there's different things you can answer. You have to choose the right answer, or he attacks you. All right?
Oh, because he's a religious nut.
No, he's a psycho. I don't know, dude. And then you can either look forward at the road, out the window, or you can look at the guy. And you have to time, because if you look in either direction for too long, he attacks you. So you have to be on top of shit.
I have this thing here saying the 30 psychological games. Oh man, just the imagery alone is scaring me. I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Looks more like a survival type. Isn't this the forest? This looks like
Yeah,
a
or yo,
this
have
looks
you
like a fancier version of the forest.
seen that game, The Shore?
I have not.
Where it's also you're stranded on a deserted island, and really they're like,
Oh,
I,
Amnesia. I've
you
heard
know it.
so. I've heard this is apparently one of the scariest franchises to ever exist in gaming. I don't dare touch it with a 10-foot pole, bro. Like, I hate jump scares. That's why I prefer games that lean more on the psychological element of things.
I agree. I also
Yeah,
kind of like hate it when things are too blatantly horror. Like this
yeah,
is clearly just horror all around.
yeah. Like from what I hear, Amnesia is really good at both types. So
If
there's
you're
a
in a
big
bloody dungeon,
psychological.
that there is fun to that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like Resident Evil 5 and like and stuff. That stuff is fine, but it's just a different. It's living
Yeah.
a different life than. I'd rather have the beautiful anime girls and then something twisted happen.
All I'm saying is they might not be so beautiful after you play that fucking game.
No, but that's what I like about it.
Yeah, you'll
You get to
definitely
see
you'll
the
definitely love Monica and only Monica.
you get to see the stick white underbelly of it all.
Yeah, but make sure it belongs to just Monica.
Resident Evil in the dark, you're an animal, says Lady.
Just Monica.
Logie says that just Monica.
Just Monica.
The newer Resident Evil, Dead Space.
Hey, the goat! Let's go. That game's a lot of fun.
Are you playing the remake?
Not yet. I fucked up. So I was playing the OG game, and
I
got
remember
almost.
that.
Yeah, I was playing the OG game, and I got like 3/4 of the way through when the remake came out, and then there's no fucking point in streaming it because I just played the same fucking game. So that one's definitely in the back burner, but I definitely want to play it.
The newer Resident Evil has gone back to the more survival horror roots. I'm back. Hi, sorry. It's all right, Cuttlefish. Welcome. What's the game? Well, we're just going over in general games.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks cool.
Here, I'll show you. Do you want to pull up another trailer that's definitely gonna knock your pants off?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so check this out. Type in the cat lady. So this is also a psychological horror game, but this one is more for the more casual gamer. It doesn't require any skills except maybe some puzzle solving. It's a point and click type game.
So it's 10 years ago?
Yes. So, and then this is part of a series known as the Devil Came Through Here series. So there's actually 3 games in the franchise. I recommend the audio.
Okay.
The only monsters are
This
us,
game also has an
murderers,
amazing
rapers,
soundtrack.
arsonists. They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt.
Look at that art style, bro.
They're the ones we should really be afraid
Steven
of.
says, I think it's called The Hitchhiker.
But whether they're
Live
lurking in
jump
the
scares.
woods or
Inside
fog
car.
or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant.
Bomb, what up? Oh, boy.
What's up, Bomb?
Oh, this one looks so cinematic.
Dude, the whole game feels like a movie. It is so fucking good. And there's 3 of these games. The cat lady is the first one. Ironically enough,
not very cat lady. I'll say that.
There is only one way.
The
I think cat
soundtrack.
ladies as weirdos who stick in their house, they don't have hip music.
No, that's the main character. You're playing a creepy cat lady. You're playing a creepy cat lady that made a deal with the devil.
Beast yourself.
Only in the dark, says Bomb. Yes. The only way to play a horror game, all in the dark.
Nah, I just play it on streaming so I can spread the suffering.
Oh God.
It's a great game, dude. I'm telling you.
Yo, Bomb, what was that? What was the game you were playing? Granny or Granny's house? When you're a kid, you're kidnapped by some creepy old woman. You have to find a way out.
The music is so
Granny,
fucking good. It's the best part. And it's not just this style of music. There's also punk rock and heavy metal that will play at certain parts. And it's all music made just for this game. Like a band curated just for these 3 games. The soundtrack is impeccable, just like the art style. And it's just point and click. There's no like crazy like platformer shit going on.
Right.
Get some glasses, Susan.
There's a petition to build a VR version of Amnesia.
That would be fucking terrifying.
Ramo got the new Dead Space.
Not supposed to be here.
Dragon Lady, have a good night.
This is by far my favorite of songs.
Not School Days.
Why did you have to ruin everything?
Even the voice acting is really good.
It's almost like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It is exactly like a Tarantino movie. If you want a psychological horror that plays like a Tarantino film, you gotta play this shit. It's 3 games, man. Not a waste of time. Like when you asked me what my favorite psychological horror games, it was between this and Omori.
Evil bitch.
Are you expecting me to kill them?
Leave her alone.
Strangle the goddamn creature so it never follows me again.
Wow, this is very emo. This is intense.
Take me instead.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. To this day, the best streams I have had on Twitch was playing the Devil Came Through Here series. So these games, like everyone that came into stream immediately got fucking hooked. It is so good.
I had no idea how good it actually was when I watched
Yeah.
it.
It's so good that the trailer shows gameplay and it still looks like a music video.
Yeah.
We know this secret, and we'll make them regret everything.
Yep.
We're going to die.
And so, would you say playing these games has turned you into a horror person? I can't believe you don't consider yourself a horror person.
Well, I kind of have to now. I've had to like force myself to be like, okay, you might be. I'm still a variety streamer. It's just that I've been gaming trying to build up my audience first, right? But so I'm actually doing a few projects on the side. I'm still a podcaster. On the side, I work with this group called the Elder Scrolls Guard. They have like the biggest Skyrim community on the internet at the moment. We're doing a podcast. Second episode is actually this Sunday, where we talk about Skyrim, gameplay, fun facts, the mythos, the story, all that good shit. I think I am directing a team of around 6 people, and we're all working very hard. Like, it's great content.
Oh my god, that's great. I would love to check that out.
Hell yeah. And now that my numbers are where I want them to be, I'm actually starting podcasting on my own now. My first guest is actually going to be a paranormal investigator, Demon Omega, here on chat.
Oh, word? Where can the people see this?
They can see it over on my channel here. I'm going to go ahead and just say 1337 in chat. I am LeMikey Official. Drop by my streams and grow some hair on your nipples.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yo, but the question I have for you is,
of course,
why do we do this? Why do we put ourselves through this stuff? Why do we watch stories about people who are abused as children, people who are having psychotic breaks, people who are disassociating? What are we getting out of this?
This is something I really want to talk about. So the reason I think psychological games hook people so much is that we can actually identify with all that fucked up shit. All right. The reality is that during the day, in our day-to-day, we try not to think about the darker aspects of the human psyche. But the reality is you can't have light without shadow. And for there to be shadows, you need some light, right? So all of us, every single person in here has their own form of trauma, right? It's very unlikely all of us had just perfect lives and perfect childhoods. We all have our traumas. We all have our skeletons in our closet. Psychological games like these, especially the very good ones that are complete with symbolism and imagery that alludes to these psychological traits, it's stuff that we can actually identify with. And it lets you know, hey, like, I know you think all this fucked up shit. I know it's a part of you. You're not alone, right? A lot of these games, some of these games have shitty endings, but some of them have a moment of redemption regardless, where you come to terms. All these good games that I'm recommending have something in common, and it is that the main character has to come to terms with their inner demons in order to continue.
But so my question, and this is,
of course,
you can be real with me. Is it possible that what we are identifying with is not when the character overcomes the madness, but when they embrace or fall for the madness?
Well, yes, you need to embrace it in order to overcome it. Like it's part of what makes us human, right?
I mean, and deep down inside, it's okay if you don't want to answer this. Do you ever think it might be liberating to finally snap?
No, it is. It can be. Because the reality is, it's like, especially in our day to day, we all have to pretend everything's fine, right? If someone asks you, hey Mantis, how you doing? If you're having a shitty day, you can't, socially, it's unacceptable for you to tell me, oh, dude, fucking life sucks. I want to start a fucking shotgun. Like, in a lot of places, you can get banned just for, like, alluding to that shit. But the reality is, like, that's part of the human psyche as well. Right. So games like these, I think it's a reason, especially like people in my audience keep showing up. It allows you that little break, like a little safe space where you can actually like embrace that darkness, so to speak, to sound like some edgy fucking MySpace Reddit lord, right? Uh, to sound
Straight
fucking
off
hell,
of
that
Reddit,
is
man.
not my
Straight off of
intention.
Reddit.
Yeah, let me gain 50 more pounds. I'll become a Reddit mod. I got you.
Exactly.
I
And
got
then
my
you got,
fedora.
but you also have to give up working. If they don't
I,
work, if,
oh,
those
that's
guys don't
true.
have jobs.
I gotta show up on the news and embarrass myself. That's
Yeah,
true. Oh my
Cuddlefish, he
god.
says, we turned Mikey into a horror gamer.
Yeah.
Trish
Yeah.
says, didn't Cat Lady and those other games represented a different, each one represented a different mental illness?
Yes, that is also very true.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
clever.
Each one of those games, it's like there's a main overarching theme around a certain mental ailment.
So we were really living in a golden age of gaming where you can get almost any experience you want. And so let me ask you, why do you feel that gaming does it better? In my opinion, I don't know if you share this opinion. If you don't, let me know. Why does it do it better than movies and television?
Money. I'll explain.
Money.
All these games I have shown you so far that are good in quality, they all have one single thing in common. None of them are AAA games that came from big gaming studios. They're all indie developers. Okay? It's the same reason people don't really go to movie theaters anymore as much as they used to.
Right.
Indie developers, people can tell the difference between you creating a game just because you're riding on the hype of something and trying to generate, more cash flow, as opposed to making a product just because you're passionate about it, so to speak. If you go to movie theaters, me personally, right? I'm no expert, but people go to movies nowadays for superhero movies, essentially. And even that is starting to go down now.
Oh, have you
Probably.
saw what's going on with Quantum Ant-Man 3 Quantum
Oh
Mania?
no, yeah, I know Ant-Man's gonna die, and I'm not even a comic book fan. All right,
But it's not just that. People, even reviewers, and reviewers tend to be shells, hate the movie.
Yeah.
There are people finally noticing that. They're like, it's stale. It seems like every other Marvel movie.
It is
insert
the
joke, insert action scene. There's nothing really new going on.
It is the end of the superhero era, which is
It's all
crazy to think about.
crap.
And those are like the only movies people go to the theater for, and even then, like those numbers are going down. One, because like you said, it's going stale. Two, because of comics and shit, we already know what the movie's gonna end like in 4 months in advance. Everyone knows how it's gonna fucking end anyway.
Do you remember when there used to be a movie coming out and you'd be like, oh, that's cool, and you didn't know much about it other than who was starring in it, and now people know every little detail about everything.
Exactly.
You get all these cutscenes, they get all these other things. What is it? People taking pictures of them filming and putting it on Reddit, revealing shit. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Completely agree.
LeMikey, what you put up 1337? What's that?
Oh, that was ages ago. I just put that there so people could see my account and follow me.
Oh, okay.
when you asked me to plug myself.
Right.
But that's the main thing. So with movies, most of the movies coming out, they're just cash grabs. All right. Hollywood is now all about money, and it's not just money, it's also about portraying what they think is in right now. All right. You remember when we were younger and like boomers would try to like be like, how do you do, fellow kids and shit? Like that's what those movies feel like. They're going to be like, oh, I see Twitter's talking about this all the time. Let's put this in the movie and just shove it in your fucking face. Like, that's not going to generate stuff because it's disingenuous.
Exactly. And it was the same thing.
Everyone sees through that.
Unfortunately, as soon as comic book companies started getting owned by giant corporations, obviously it's all right to be a company. You need to make your money, right? Marvel was its own thing for a while. and Disney scooped them up. Next thing you know, the writing went to hell. And if you see it, I don't know if you heard about the whole. This was a couple years ago. The New Warriors debacle.
Warriors, no.
The New Warriors. They tried to make one New Warriors, which is a comic book about like teen superheroes, and they make an all new cast of teen superheroes that are supposed to relate to teenagers, and their names are like they're like Snowflake.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so like there's another kid, Screen Time. And his power is that he has a cell phone in his head.
Hey,
and it was just like they were trying to make all of them non-binary. Another one has like an OnlyFans. Like,
can we pick this up? Hey, so can we pick this up in like 10 seconds? I actually really have to use the restroom right now. I'm so sorry.
Go nuts.
I'll be right back. All right, guys, you can feel free to talk as much shit about me as I want. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry.
Okay, this is a LeMikey. Oh, that was so cool what he just did. This is a LeMikey shit fest. Everyone in the chat. Spam shit talk about LeMikey. All those writers in the gaming is interactive, says Logie Bear. I absolutely agree with that. LeMikey stinks. LeMikey is illiterate. LeMikey smokes sausage. Gray Winthrop comes in and says, I like Mikey. Whatever. No one asked you. Also, Jess says, also, Marvel made itself complicated with TV. Yes, they really oversaturating their own market. And how the movies are connected to the TV shows, it got so convoluted. No one is spamming hate talk about Mikey. What's going on? I can't bring you guys anywhere. You guys have really let me down on this one. Come on, guys. No one will do it. Damn, they really respect LeMikey, man. I bet if someone asked you in another stream to do this to me, you would do it without a problem.
I heard that LeMikey guy has 3 nipples. He's such a piece of shit. How fucking dare he?
The third one is what he feeds his devil familiar blood. According to the witch's pact.
Yes. So going on that topic, there's this big show that actually is a big middle finger calling out Hollywood and its industry in a way. Are you familiar with The Boys?
Oh my God, hell yeah. I love The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys literally does that. They portray Hollywood and, the hypocrisy of the superhero genre nowadays.
Oh yeah,
in a very big light.
Out of it.
Like I remember in one of the most recent series, like there's this, super sweet lesbian couple, right? But they're not allowed to like be themselves on camera, right? They force them to like you're not acting lesbian enough. Here, like you're supposed to be like the more manly one and you're the feminine one because that's what people want to see. That's what the numbers show sells more stuff. So I think it's just with all these big films, people are finally realizing on both sides that it's all just pandering. They're just a bunch of hypocrites. They don't give a shit.
The way you brought up The Boys, that was perfect. And you know what's interesting? I don't know if you knew this, but this past year, The Boys had more viewers than any of the Marvel shows.
Yep. There's a reason.
Yeah.
Like it portrays this shit in a realistic light. It even shows like, oh, sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh no, I'm just saying I really love what they're doing with The Boys on every level.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if people would really be that depraved if they had super godlike powers.
Oh, most definitely.
Most definitely, man.
Most definitely. Look what we did with social media. You remember when social media was fun?
Now it's a chore and it's abusive and it makes me feel bad about myself.
Yeah, all social media does, it does stuff like, hey man, I know you don't like this group of people. You know that group of people you don't like? Here's this article from like gofuckyourself.com that says the people you don't like did some shady shit. And you're just there like, of course, I don't like those people. I knew there was a good reason. And it's on both sides.
Look at this one incident that confirms your bias.
Mm-hmm.
I fall for that every time. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I stay the fuck away from TikTok, dude. I barely use personal social media. I use social media.
I unfortunately do Twitter, but it's making me a foul-minded person.
No, I don't. I stay away from Twitter like it'll give me AIDS, like straight up. And I pretty much only use social media for my content creation. I don't really participate in it. Like it's just social media is playing us just for the buku bucks. Like,
I mean, I agree with that. I agree.
yeah.
And, I totally fell for it. So, I'm for those of you who know me, I'm an open-minded, cool dude. But like politically, I really don't like leftist politicians. I've got issues with them. And so the other day, I woke up and I'm getting ready for work, and when you're still groggy, you're still half asleep.
Yep.
And AOC posted something on Twitter, and I don't know why, but I lost my mind. And I immediately went, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you idiot?" And I gave her an essay and I sent it to her. And I don't normally ever respond to anybody.
Well, she's gonna fucking read it, my guy.
And then by the time I got in the shower, I said, "Why did I do that? Why did I fucking even bother why did I let this woman trigger me first thing in the morning?" So we all fall for it.
Exactly. So that's why I don't use it, because personally, all I'm saying is, no matter where you lie on the political spectrum, all these internet sources are playing you like a fiddle.
Oh, her comment, by the way, her comment was, she says, Jesus would have never appreciated the Super Bowl ads, which promote fascism and like white supremacy or something. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, why did I? She wrote that to trigger people like me.
Yeah.
And I fell for it.
And people play for that hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, there are people when they're fully awake will fall for this shit all day long. Fight it.
And it's on both sides. Whether you're complaining about bigots or you're complaining about the woke man, right?
Oh, look at the SJW, bro.
Bro.
SJW.
Yeah, now it's woke. It's like the moment I hear either of those two words in a conversation with someone, my brain just shuts down.
Woke
I'm like, okay, I know what you're about.
Word, misused, overused word.
It's on both sides. Woke and bigot, like both sides. Right. Yin and yang, they both suck.
Yeah, exactly. Papa Fridas, what up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. We're talking about psychological horror in gaming, particularly low-level, not AAA games, but the indie games, and how LeMikey has become the king of streaming these games, and I love it.
Oh my god. I appreciate the compliment, man. No, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. I know other streamers work really hard too. I'm just fortunate to have the growth I've achieved so far.
Loki says Twitter is a venereal disease of the internet. Absolutely. It's my venereal disease of both the internet and my genitals. Think about that. Love messing with Mikey during his live stream, says.
There you go, guys. Please send some biddies to Mantis so he can afford a penicillin shot to his goosh.
I'm tired of my dick leaking.
Give biddies so a doctor can tell Mantis to bend over for his own good.
Logie Bear says the woke mantis. I will never be the woke mantis. I will never be the woke mantis.
Nope, too late. You got to get a bright blue wig, get some septum piercings. You will kill it.
Yo, you know those YouTubers who there's a genre of YouTuber that just screams about wokeness through their entire video. They're like, look at what this woke activist did. Freaking Disney, they're so woke. And like they just scream the entire time.
And they don't realize they're doing the exact same shit the people they're complaining about are doing.
But you know what I do think? At least some of them that I watch, I've watched, I have a feeling that they actually know better, and it's their grift.
Oh no, not at all.
You don't think so? You think they really do believe?
Listen, I've seen enough guys wearing sunglasses in their pickup truck yelling at their phone to know they actually believe the shit they're yelling. Most of them.
Because I always assume that I actually assume most TikTokers and most YouTubers are just fake.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're all doing it for views.
For views.
For validation, which is very ironic that we're pointing it out because we're actually live streaming this. So in a way, we have to accept our internal bias that we're in that same team, right? Okay. If we're online, like, we got to admit it, but you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Okay, so recently there was this whole issue with, I don't know if you know who Eliza Blue is, a trafficking survivor who may have not been a trafficking survivor. She may have just done that for clout, internet clout, and people were attacking her, and there's all this stuff going on. And someone wrote an article, and a YouTuber was talking about it, and the YouTuber said, the article, the person in the article said, look at all these YouTubers attacking this girl. They're all narcissists because they want to insert their 2 cents into this poor girl's life.
Exactly.
And then the actual YouTuber had the self-awareness to stop reading the article and go, guess what, buddy? If you're on YouTube, you are a narcissist. That's why we do this. We're all narcissists.
Like, yeah, to do this, you do need a certain degree of narcissism. I agree with that.
And I think that streamers, I think we all are on some, like you said, on some level are narcissists.
You have to be. Like, you got low self-esteem, and the only way if you feel warm fuzzies when you get people to like you. Like, it's, it's not inherently a good or a bad thing, but it does help to recognize it. Loki here hit the nail on the head. All right. The reality of social media is the dumbest 10% on both sides are the fucking loudest, and the rest of us are just stuck in the middle. Like, why are mom and dad fighting? Why can't we all get along?
No, I want to see the fight. I loved watching the fight. I love the drama of it, man. I love seeing streamers go against each other. I love how everyone's against Tim Pool right now. I'm loving this drama. People are blocking each other and talking, making videos about it. It's great.
Jesus. Yeah, speaking of, did you hear about this one internet content creator that just got arrested? She faked cancer and raised like tens of thousands of dollars. And the reason this absolute window licking of a winner got figured out, in some of her videos, she's shown using like medical equipment for someone with her type of cancer, and she was using it wrong. So she got caught.
I just don't get it. I don't get why people lie. Like this Eliza Blue thing. She lied about being a trafficking survivor, and they were actually researched her background and found out she couldn't have been trafficked because she was clearly free at certain years. And I'm like, why do people need the clout that bad that they lie about them? Like,
yeah. That's the other reason I hate TikTok. It's just there's so many people on there that everyone's trying to get their 15 minutes.
Like, basically, here's the biggest lie I'll ever tell. I don't live in my mother's attic. I do. But I would never say I had cancer, that I was trafficked, that I have like a killer job, that I know a celebrity, that I was stolen valor, that I was a vet of any war.
Oh my
God. Never
God.
say any of this shit.
Those are the worst. Guys, don't do that. Don't do stolen valor.
It's none of it is cool. None of the things we're listing are cool.
It's not just that it's not cool. It's a really hard thing to fake. Like, if you're faking being in the military, you'll get sniffed out by one of us like this. Because there's so many nuances to the culture of having lived in that culture for years that you won't know unless you actually were there.
Well, I mean, everything is like that. Not just, but I do agree. Agree. Obviously, stolen valor is absolutely horrible. But like, for instance, I watch a lot of martial arts YouTubers. There are guys who fake being black belts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I'm a black belt of BJJ. And then people will come and confront them for their YouTube channel. And they'll be like, I saw you. You can't even do the moves right. And then they catch them.
Yeah. Fucking the people that pretend to know like mystical kung fu type shit.
Oh, the energy waves that they knock out the students.
Yeah, the Mac Dojo type people. This is why I love the fact that UFC is a thing, though fighters don't get paid enough. All right, fuck that, unfortunately. But UFC and MMA has shown like which martial arts are actually effective in a way, or what aspects of martial arts.
I will definitely tell you, if at any point a martial arts school tells you that they can do energy projection or any type of astral attack, a chi attack, leave immediately. They're a complete sham. But I will say this in terms of martial arts, and I think a lot of like guys who do like, everyone says karate's garbage. However, some UFC champions are karateka. And I really do believe it's not just the martial art, but it's the user.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Conor McGregor can absolutely make karate work for himself. You know what I mean? Saying because he's Conor McGregor.
Okay. So we can talk as martial. Yeah, no, I mean we can talk as martial artists too. I know you have a black belt, I have a black belt, so we can talk about this shit too. I'll bait. I got my black belt like fucking 50 pounds ago. I got these B cups, you know.
Yes, I was a slim
yeah, like I am nowhere near fighting shape. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
But the reality is every martial art has its pros and its cons, which is why MMA is so effective.
Right.
Yeah, like we all know, like street fights, most of them end up on the ground. If you're not specializing in a martial art that helps it with ground fighting, you're fucked.
Right.
When mixed martial arts first became a thing, it was essentially full contact karate, I think around the 60s, right?
Right.
And that's when shit got crazy, bro. Because you got the karatekas, the guys that could actually kick real good. They were beating people's ass. But then boxers started showing up. And boxers, what they could do, they could step in the middle of one of those kicks and just fucking punch your face off.
Right. If you're a good enough boxer,
Yeah.
you might not ever go to the ground.
And then, exactly. So it just became like a, give and take, and it turned into what you see in UFC today. It's
But
very interesting.
you see all these people arguing whether like what's the best grappling art, BJJ or Sambo or Greco-Roman wrestling. I promise you, any fighter of the other two, there's a fighter out there that could take out any BJJ guy or vice versa. And it's really it has to do not with the art but also the actual guy fighting.
I will say, Mantis, years of training in the Marines has taught me a very special technique that is guaranteed to end any fight.
A
You wanna
gun.
know about it? So what you do is, okay, you want to like square yourself off in front of your attacker, right? Make eye contact, okay? Grab your right hand, stick it in your eye socket, pull out your eyeball, smash it on the ground, stomp on it while yelling, "Let's do this." Guarantee, dude won't want to fight you anymore. Warning, however, keep in mind, this only works twice.
I thought
Only
you were going to
twice.
say it's what is it? What do they call it when you lick your finger and you stick it in someone's ear?
A wet willy.
A wet willy. Like if someone's grappling, wet willy them. That's going to end right
Oh my god. Nah, dude, someone pulls a gun on you, just pull out that Uno reverse. Like, you'll be fine. Dude will shoot himself.
Jess says, I don't know. I don't know if I entirely that there has been some level of narcissism. I think it depends on your content. If it generally intends to help others, wouldn't that be for good use? I think here's what I gotta say, Jesse. I actually do believe that. I think even if you're helping people, I think we get a good feeling out of helping people, and I think a lot of people who are quote unquote helping people, they're getting some sort of sick pleasure out of it, getting to be the ones to help. I see it at my church all the time. There are people who it's almost like a drug to some people that they're like, look at how charitable I am. I'm so good to these poor Latinx people in the barrio. And
Not the Latinx.
I'm quoting white rich people.
Fucking hate that word.
I totally
yeah.
hate it. It's
Anyway.
disgusting. 10 years ago, the idea of video game streamer feuds making the actual news would have been unthinkable.
That is very true. You remember when people made fun of streamers and YouTubers? Like, get a real job, bro. And now these people are like making millions.
Yes.
Well, scratch that. Like 15 people are making millions. Millions of other people are making like 50 cents a month.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah.
they're working very hard to keep up with that.
To make 50 cents a month. Yeah.
Man, when I was a nom, I hated that shit.
Back when I was in Nam.
He's doing some stolen valor, I think.
Back when I was in Nam, I killed 20 Viet Cong with a rusty tuna can lid.
Oh man. Yo, but what is on the agenda? What is going on with the agenda with your future streams? Do you have a list, or can you tell us of any games you're gonna be streaming?
Oh, of course. So we are recently getting off, I think, like a 3-4 month long psychological horror game binge. You need a break from that. I'm telling you, you need a break.
So this is the outro. This is the outro.
Exactly.
You're
So yeah, it's like I have a personal rule. When it gets to the point I have to sleep with the lights on, I need a break. So so what we're doing right now, we're just taking a break. We're playing some other fun games. We're currently playing Portal 2.
That's very tame. That's very tame.
That's very tame. And it's really fun, man. You got like this robot chick fucking roasting the shit out of you. It's a good time.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, we got that going on.
Yo, by the way, you know what should change my life? Not any games, but just Reddit. You know how Reddit has like these true stories? There was one true story that fucked me up so bad. It's not even that horrible a story.
What was it?
So it's the story of like in Japan, this girl is like she's a tutor, and she goes to meet one of her students, and he's kind of like a weird oddball, and they end up like studying too long, and it gets dark, and he can't go home on him by himself. She's like, okay, you can sleep over, and they go up to her apartment, and she gets into bed, and she rolls out a cot for him on the floor, like something on the floor, and she's like, sleep. And he gets up, and he's just like, I'm hungry, and she's like, no, it's late. You can't have anything. And he's like, please take me out. I want it. And he just keeps demanding food. He will not drop it. And finally, and this is supposedly a true story. And she's like, fine, I will take you to get some food. And they go downstairs. And when they go downstairs, he turns and looks at her, and he says, there is someone under your bed. We could see it because he was on the ground. They call the cops. It turns out that a homeless man broke in. It was planning on raping her, was under the bed.
Holy shit, reminds you of those stories where people have homeless people living with them and they never realize it?
Yes, and I've seen videos of that where someone's like, things are disappearing in my house, I'm going to put up videos. And you see them come out. They're either living in a basement or sometimes in a closet. You know what I do? After reading that story? Before I go to bed, I look under my bed with a flashlight, and I look in my closet with a flashlight.
Wow.
I know that's super puss, but
hey, same reason, like millennials, we watched fucking not Paranormal Activity, sorry, Final Destination. We never drive behind a logging truck. Some of us watched Paranormal Activity. We no longer sleep with a leg hanging over the bed. It happens, man. But yeah, going off to what you were saying, so we're doing Portal 2 on Mondays. Do you remember Mr. Bellboy?
I do.
Yeah, Bellboy and I are actually co-hosting on Mondays. We play The Forest together.
Oh, every Monday?
For the most part, that's the plan right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man. We're literally wearing flight attendant outfits and just bashing cannibal skulls in. It's such a good time. And I'm just complimenting his calves the entire time.
So that is every Monday on your channel?
For the most part, yes. As of now. So we've got that. After Portal, we got Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, some pirates.
Okay.
And then if you got pirates, you got to have ninjas. So after that, we'll be figuring out a ninja game to play. And then on top of that, we got the podcast going on. So needless to say, like, I got a pretty full schedule right now. But it's
I got a pretty full one as well. I'm glad that I'm staying busy. I love to hear that you're working with Bellboy. I love to hear that you're doing this other podcast thing. Yeah, have you ever heard of Wrath of the Black Manta?
Is that like your alter ego or some shit?
So actually, my channel.
Is that your Haitian cousin?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a ninja game, but it's old school. It's like 8-bit, but it's really good.
Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Here, let me write it down real quick.
Yeah, Wrath of the Black Manta. Great Winthrop says r/no sleep stories are never true. Hater. Oh, no, she's not a hater.
Hater's gonna hate.
Lainey says, what the fuck? I swear I need to start locking my doors. Yes, you do need to start locking your doors. Everyone should lock their doors in this stream.
You're telling me you weren't locking your doors in the first place? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Demon says, if you think that's scary, you should see what my son leaves behind in the toilet. That is more scary than any of us.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
And then Logie says, Black Flag was the last good Assassin's Creed game.
Okay.
Oh, do you agree or disagree?
I've yet to play it. So that's going to be as soon as we finish Portal.
So I'm glad that I was able to catch up with you and at least have conversations and talk about the psychological horror games
most definitely
played so far. Because I'm going to become you. Well, not for stream. I won't probably stream it. But I would like to play a lot of these games you've already hit up.
You have to, dude. Like, I'm telling you, it's very catatonic to play those kinds of games. Because I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of stuff you can identify with regardless of what the game is about.
Oh, yes.
We've all been through bad stuff in our lives.
I think we all crave something about horror. There's something horror that's very true to our very souls.
Yeah, because that's the reason the term psychological is in that genre. What usually happens is there's this sense of internal turmoil, and the game represents that with all the shit you see on screen.
Like that. By the way, is your podcast, is it going to be a normal podcasting venues or where is it going to be?
So the Skyrim podcast, we do it here on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, so but it's on a
Everything
different
is
channel.
Switch. Everything
Yeah,
is
everything is Twitch. I do have a YouTube channel. As soon as I have enough footage, I'll start uploading more on there. But there are a couple videos up on there already. A lot
Okay.
of yeah, some pretty good
I
stuff.
can't wait. The problem with Twitch streams, this is the problem. You got to catch them when they're hot, and you
Mhm.
can't watch them later. Which is why, like, I don't know. I advise you should put some of those recordings up on your YouTube.
Oh no, I know. I've got hella clips thanks to my audience has been very supportive, and I can't thank them enough. They love doing shit like scaring the shit out of me with sound effects and then clipping it so they can laugh at me. So
Of course.
yeah, so I'm definitely taking all of those and upload. I'm starting off by taking all those clips and putting them in YouTube Shorts because that algorithm is actually really hot right about now.
It is. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
hot right now. I need to
YouTube
get back on
Shorts is
making
blowing
shorts.
up, man.
Yeah.
And then once that's done, I'll start doing like edited versions of my streams for certain games and put them over on YouTube.
And so basically, if you use YouTube Shorts instead of TikTok, it's basically the same experience, except instead of Chinese overlords controlling your life, it's white rich liberals who use the word Latinx.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, it'll be that one chick that thinks hiding the dislike ratio was a good idea.
oh, that was horrible. But you know there are extensions that bring that back.
Oh no, I am very well aware.
Okay, yeah, no, I do it all the time.
How else am I gonna know which tutorials work and which make me blow up my house?
Exactly. Bomb says respectfully disagree at Logie Bear about the Assassin's Creed games. Laney says I lock them at night, but not. You should lock them all anytime. Yeah, you should just lock your doors. What's the point? Are you expecting somebody? Why would you leave your door open? Leave me alone. I live in a small town. Laney, God forbid, if you're ever murdered, I'll feel bad, but I will laugh at you.
Where does all the creepy fucky shit happen in movies? Small towns.
Especially
where does Stranger Things happen?
Small town.
Small town. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Small town.
Exactly. Logie says, Bombo, what's better? Origins and Odyssey are terrible. Unity is fine, but not better. My cat Midnight says hi. Hello, Midnight.
Hi, Midnight.
But I've had such a blast. Thank you, and everyone, please follow on Twitch, LeMikey. Please check out all his podcasts, all his streams, his Bellboy stream on Mondays. Everything that he's doing. He is a prolific, amazing streamer, and he's going there. He's putting in the work, and he's going there. And thank you for actually being on the show.
Oh, shucks, man. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
Always a freaking pleasure.
Guys, make sure you support Mantis so you can finally do the hot tub stream you all deserve.
Yeah, honestly, I've been working on my hot stream, my hot stream body. And when I say working on it, I don't mean working out. I mean eating a lot.
There you go, man. There's a fucking crowd for that too.
I've been eating like it's a cold winter.
Are you gonna be like a more good-looking version of Nikocado Avocado?
Hell, freaking yeah!
There you go.
Hey. I want to pitch an idea to you, but it's totally crazy and it's gonna get us canceled. You don't like getting canceled, right?
Not my thing. But,
okay.
Within reason. I am a comedian. I do like towing the line and playing jump rope with it.
But, isn't that the greatest? Isn't that the best? I love it.
I don't know. I mean, that's what it's about, man.
Mamo says
you gotta get people in the first half and then reel it back.
Oh, and then you bring out the controversial stuff.
Exactly. So like for example, I don't like certain races, and I'm more than willing to admit it. I particularly am not fond of the 500-meter dash. It's a piece of shit. I hate cardio. Right? That's how it works.
Oh, so you do it reverse. You offend them and then you make it all right.
Or you offend them and then you make them agree with you, but that's for a stand-up comedy. That's not for the internet.
So they're having their Assassin's Creed debate, which is left better for another time. Guys, I would love it if you liked this video. Subscribe to this channel. Keep tuning in to Voice of the Fat Man. Just follow me both on Twitch and YouTube. Please follow LeMikey. LeMikey, will you put any links or anything in the chat so everyone knows?
I got you. So main thing is here's all you guys need is my Twitch. If you guys do hang out on there, you might get the rest of the links if you guys decide, my content is what you're about. Uh Twitch.tv/LeMikey official. Feel free to come by and grow some hair on your nipples.
There we go. Hair on nipples is good, especially if you're a girl. I mean, sorry, woman.
Yeah, you can imitate that spaghetti scene from that one Disney movie. That's the face I was going for. Nailed it. Look
Sweet
at that
mother of
beauty.
pearl. But I'm headed out. LeMikey, what are you doing tonight?
I mean it's only 11, so I'll probably stream for a couple hours.
Yo,
Some
guys,
Portal.
get into his stream, please. Absolutely. I have to finally shower because I just got back from work.
Oof.
I didn't have a time to get my work.
Nah, dude, you should try to sell your underwear online. I hear that's selling for a pretty good price nowadays.
Like I said, the corporations wants us to sell everything of ourselves.
Do it, dude. Do it. Fuck
I
it.
do need rent money. So.
Yeah, you need to pay. Listen, I'm as much a complainer about capitalism as everyone else, but daddy got to pay rent. So
yeah, daddy needs his medicine.
Yep, straight up.
But much love to you, brother. We should do this more often.
Of
It's
course.
been too long. I wanted to do a Christmas thing, but I was too disorganized to organize.
No, I heard you got the Wi-Fi apocalypse.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Also, for Christmas, I caught COVID, and then I was on a business trip and got stranded in South Georgia and Florida for 3 weeks. I was in
South Georgia. That's where the
Yeah.
real trouble is.
Oh yeah, I was locked up in my hotel room for weeks, unable to fly home because of those snowstorms.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do much either. But yeah, it is what it is.
We'll do this way more often, and if I got a project for you, I will let you know. We'll try not to get canceled.
You know where to reach me, mess up. I got you.
Always. And guys, remember, everyone pile into LeMikey. He's about to go live. Love you all. Thanks for stopping in. This is Rogue Planet signing off for this beautiful Wednesday. And until next time, bitches, ciao from motherfucking now.
Cheers.
Bye.